Hey guys, this is my video introduction for PE 560. My name's Ian McBay. I got my undergraduate degree from Azusa Pacific in 1994, and I had a BA in English and a minor in history. Um, what type of education do I have in the field of sports medicine? I've been teaching physical education for the last 20 years. I added phys ed to my credential via the Praxis in 1996. And so throughout the course of my career, I've had a CPR and first aid training every 2 and then every 3 years for first aid. In fact, I just got done doing my recertification for both on Thursday last week. What type of experiences do you have in sports medicine? Other than CPR and first aid, I've had some training on an AED, and I've also had a little bit more extensive first aid and CPR training through the police academy. I actually did that in 2001. I left education for about a year and a half and went through the sheriff's department. And in the academy, there was some more intensive instruction related to CPR and first aid and AED use. Question 5: what was the worst athletic injury you've ever seen, and what was the outcome? I've seen a lot of pretty horrific knee injuries. As a former player, I saw a pretty serious knee injury. But I've also seen some pretty bad knee injuries as a teacher. And I had a student a few years back who was in a basketball unit, and she kind of twisted her upper body and had her foot planted in the ground, and she basically dislocated her knee, and her kneecap was kind of basically on the wrong side of her knee, and needless to say, it was pretty ugly. She ended up being okay, but we did call 911 and went through the whole routine of dealing with a serious injury like that. Number 6, on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rank your ability to manage medical conditions and phys ed and sport? I would say a 5, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that my department had an incident in 2011 where we had a student with an unknown pre-existing heart condition who had just finished running a half mile, and when he came back onto the blacktop, he stumbled and basically collapsed. And me and another physical education teacher ran over to him, and he had basically just landed face first, and it was almost like he just passed out in mid-stride. When we got to him, we thought he might be having a seizure or something like that. But we realized very quickly that he was actually, he didn't have a pulse. And he took a couple gasps of air and then stopped breathing. So we immediately started CPR and rescue breathing. My colleague did the rescue breathing, and I did compressions, and then we rotated. And within about 10 minutes, the fire department got there, and that student ended up surviving. But it was one of those experiences that you never forget. And all the CPR training that you go through, when it actually comes to the actual event that's taking place, your instincts kind of just kick in. So it's a blessing that he was okay, and he actually graduated from high school, I think, just last year, or maybe he's a senior this year. I'm not sure. Anyways, 3 expectations that I have for myself during this course. Actually, I'd really like to learn how to help athletes with shin splints. That's a very common problem in football and basketball. And as a football coach, that's something I'd really like to get some good tips on. You hear all these different theories on how to deal with shin splints, but I'm looking forward to getting some more information on that. Also, looking forward to learning how to tape an ankle, since it's been 2 decades since I was a player. I know that probably the techniques probably changed a little bit for ankle taping, and I'd like to get some information on that. And then other than that, my last expectation is just to learn as much as I can about sports medicine and be able to apply that to my field. Look forward to getting to know all of you. Take care, and God bless.